My friend and colleague Matt Callander is the boss of Channel 9's rugby league coverage. He's a great bloke, but he's sick. Very sick. A year ago, he was diagnosed with an aggressive and deadly brain cancer. But instead of feeling sorry for himself and quietly retreating to the love of his beautiful wife and 4 children, Matt set out to defeat the odds. His battle is a bit like the local under-8s taking on the State of Origin winning New South Wales Blues. But he doesn't care. He's determined to find a cure for this terrible disease, a search that starts with a beanie.
It's not the coldest of nights in Cronulla, but it doesn't matter one bit because the beanies are out in force regardless.
It's a Thursday night at Cronulla's Shark Park in Sydney and the start of another round of rugby league. But tonight also marks the kick-off to something much more important than a game of footy.
Have a great night. Go to Sharkies.
Yeah.
League greats Andrew Johns and Brad Fittler are here selling beanies to raise money for brain cancer research. A simple idea thought up by Matt Callander, who was diagnosed with brain cancer 12 months ago.
A grade 4 tumour, glioblastoma multiforme, a GBM they call it, which is the worst tumour of brain cancer you can get. Yeah, I remember the neurosurgeon saying just after the first operation that, I won't mince words, it's a nasty one and you're going to need a lot of luck. Mm-hmm. So very early on, we knew we were up for a fight and we've been fighting ever since.
I'm back.
Where you been? You were rostered on 12 months ago. How you doing?
Matt Callander has been the boss of rugby league at Channel 9 for 10 years. He's a respected colleague and friend to many at the network, especially legendary broadcaster Ray Warren.
In fact, of all the people I've worked with in television over 50 years or more, he's one of the nicest blokes I've ever met. You know, he's very respectful and well-mannered and humble and caring. But I've known him since he was just a little kid, you know. I've known the whole family.
One of 4 boys, there had to be good odds about Matt ending up in sports broadcasting. Famous racing journo Ken Callander is his father.
I've got 4 sons and I love them all equally, but Matt has been a little bit of a confidant and, you know, particularly say in the last 10 years as he's matured into the man he is and held the position he has at Channel 9, we're pretty close and I think I know... it's hard to put into words, Peter, exactly, but we're close.
Is there something that stands out that you have said to him as he battles this and as you all, I suppose, embrace what's ahead? And
I love you, mate. I don't use that word a lot, but yep. Particularly when he went in for his second operation. We're more of a shake hands family than anything else. But I dropped him and Ian at RPA at I think about 5:45 in the morning and I kissed him on the forehead.
a hell of a moment for a dad and his boy. Yeah.
Cowboys running out with their beanies on.
Tonight, the North Queensland Cowboys take the ground first. The Cronulla Sharks are led out by their skipper, Paul Gallen, and Matt's 3 younger children, Indiana, Digger, and little Archie.
And a great moment for them. They'll be hard-pressed to get Digger and Archie off, I'm telling you now.
The kids were told not to break through the banner, but League's toughest man wasn't about to hold them back.
Very hard to get rid of. Once they get entrenched, they hang around a bit, but they're taking off without a police escort.
I did it.
Yeah, I know, you went through the banner.
I did all of it.
It was a beautiful moment for Matt and all the Callander children, including oldest daughter Maddie, who's 20.
Don't worry, it's okay.
But their mother Anne wasn't there to see it. This police officer was out the front of the ground selling beanies.
We can handle this together. We can work through this and get there together.
Yeah.
So I just felt like if anyone's got to go through this, I'd rather it be me, to tell you honestly, I think most people say that. But, yeah, I'm built to look after him.
Is that because you're a cop as well?
Absolutely. Strong as an ox.
Matt and Anne met in Hawaii nearly 25 years ago, and the mutual attraction was instant.
So, walking down the street in Hawaii, and that was sort of the first time we met each other. And
Anne was travelling with a family friend of ours, and I noticed her straight away.
Is that the shot of the bikini that I've seen?
Absolutely.
What was it about Matt that caught your eye?
Oh, he's really good looking.
Together, they would have 4 kids, never feeling the need to get married. They had their ups and downs like every couple, until everything changed when Matt called Anne with the devastating news.
I just said it's a brain tumour and it's not good, so it was the hardest conversation I'd had to have ever, but I had to have.
A cancer diagnosis really is a sliding doors moment. It comes out of the blue and changes lives forever.
It's a little frame over your forehead. It's got a mirror on it. You can look out there. You can see my face now. But when the machine taps, I want you to close your eyes and keep very still.
At Sydney's Royal Prince Alfred Hospital, Matt is having another MRI scan on his brain to check whether this most aggressive of cancers has returned.
Are you going to go in? Just close your eyes.
Just looking for that shadow. That's the scariest thing.
A few days later, they're at the Chris O'Brien Lifehouse, waiting for oncologist Professor John Symes to give them the latest.
On this side is your scan that was done back in February, and that's where the tumour had been removed, where the black hole is, and that white stuff is where there's some residual tumour. And the scan over here on the left is your current scan that's done 12 weeks later. So you can see that this white area here is become less noticeable.
Professor Symes delivers a rare piece of good news. Thanks to a heavy cocktail of drugs, the tumour hasn't grown. In fact, it's retreated just a bit.
So really, by the look of that, that's pretty much the best scan we've had ever.
Yeah, no, I think it's a good result. I'm very pleased.
So are we.
Only 1 in 5 patients with Matt's type of brain cancer survive more than 12 months. So this is a good day.
In Matt's case, he's had some benefit on his last treatment with the scan improving, so that's good. And we're hopeful that that's going to keep his tumour under control for quite some time.
You say under control. Is it about quality of life now, not quantity?
Exactly. So unfortunately, the treatments we have won't cure this cancer, but they can keep it under control for significant periods of time and give extra quality time. And so there are pluses of what we can do, but there's a lot we can't do, unfortunately.
But it was what Matt and Anne did last February that was really poignant. After 25 years, they finally decided to get married, overlooking Sydney's Tamarama Beach.
Welcome to your wedding. Very dapper.
I am far from perfect. I was simply able to choose perfect.
We just really felt that we didn't have a lot of time to get things...
Suddenly everything became urgent, yeah.
So, I mean...
It really took, a second brain surgery to give me a kick up the bum and get married.
In the presence of the children and our parents, I want to make a promise to you to continue to love, respect and protect you through all the trials and triumphs of our lives together. With all I have, I give, and all that I am in the only way I know how.
I'm glad we waited. We had the 4 kids there, so they really enjoyed the day too.
That's a special memory for them, to see their parents get married on a cliff, Tamarama. You know, beautiful memory. Again, ticking boxes, making memories.
Barely out of their teens, Matt and Anne would meet and fall in love in paradise.
At the wedding reception a few days later, the guests were shown a video put together by Matt and Anne's eldest daughter, Maddie.
A European adventure was mapped out, but Anne only got as far as Egypt before she realised it wasn't the local water making her feel sick in the mornings. It was me.
It was a beautiful celebration and a record of their life together. It brought the house down, and there wasn't a dry eye in it.
You have comforted me, laughed and cried with me, encouraged me and grown with me, and I cannot imagine life without you.
There's been a few moments over the last 12 months where you just go, holy crap, like this can happen in an instant and I can't do anything to stop it. So, I don't know, to see a dad who's, you know, the strongest man I know. He's someone I've looked up to all my life. But then there's this horrible thing going on inside his brain, and as much as, or as happy as I am, I'm not going to be able to stop it. So it's really hard. But I'll always put on a good face and be as positive as I can, because that makes Dad happy and that makes me happy. So that's good.
Okay.
So I'm sorry.
Who invited her?
You're amazing. She's just a wonderful person. Wonderful daughter.
Right back at you, Dad.
What's so inspiring about the Callander story is they know they can't outrun brain cancer. So they have turned to face it together. The Beanie for Brain Cancer round was Matt's idea to raise money for desperately needed research.
If we can raise some money and dedicate someone solely to brain cancer research, I think we'll, take a huge step towards finding a cure.
So you're saying money equals research equals potential cure?
Totally. There's a direct correlation between funding for research and increasing the survival rate for patients. It's happened with other cancers. The 5-year survival rate for brain cancer has hovered around 20% for 30 years. It's not good enough. But by this story, I hope that we can shine a light and just show how poorly funded it is. And as Anne knows, when you hit straight away they tell you there is no cure, that we want to give people in future, families, patients, hope that there is a cure or there's a cure on the way.
25 out now, that's the other.
With all the proceeds going to the Mark Hughes Foundation, Matt was hoping to raise $500,000. At last count, they were closing in on $2 million. Just an incredible effort from Matt, his family, and the rugby league community.
The corner for Winterstein goes into the corner. They are congratulating him.
You must be proud as punch.
Absolutely. Matt's a very private man, as people know him that are close to him, and for him to sort of throw himself out there to raise awareness is huge. And yeah, we're so proud of him. So proud of him.
You proud of him?
Oh. More than I've ever been.
I don't think I've got anything more to ask you, Ken. I just wish you... We all do, mate. We all wish you.
Thank you.
We really do. Everyone loves Matt.
Yep.
And we've seen that big time.
You see that now?
Oh, yeah.
I can feel your pride, Matt. I do. It makes it all worthwhile, and, it'll get me up in the morning, so it just gives you a drive to do something. I'm fortunate to be, and I'm so lucky to be, in a position to be able to try and make a difference anyway, so I'm just really blessed. I know, it's obviously a shock at the start, but then, I start to think this is why I've got the disease. It's because I can try and help make a difference.
Mate, I've known you a long time. I love your positivity.
We're going to find a cure.
Yeah, I love it. And I think everyone here can feel it, and it's a real testament to you.
Thank you.
Well
There's
done.
plenty of work to be done.
Matt Callander has teamed up with the Mark Hughes Foundation to find a cure for brain cancer. And if you want to help, you can make donations at markhughesfoundation.com.au.